Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex. Today we're taking a look at my favourite Switch eShop deals covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. This video any price goes, and while we may be in the lead up to Black Friday, we're still getting a solid selection of releases dropping in price. In fact, really liking this batch of games, so hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and let's get started. As always then, 2 winners to announce for 2 $10 eShop gift cards later in the video and 2 more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winners they'll be announced in next week's video. Then if you are grabbing anything from the eShop, consider using cornershop.gg for discounted eShop credit. You'll get 10% off at checkout using a code CORNER, and they are instant delivery via email. Final Vendetta then to kick us off, one of the smaller deals of the week, 20% off, and that is matching the low price. Now this one, it's going to be for the side-scrolling brawler fans, but specifically those that like the old school. The reason I say that, there's no continues after a certain point and no option to turn that on. There's multiple playable characters though and a solid fight engine to back you up. Complaints wise though, I can see the value add if they had decided to make a more accessible difficulty level. Also a few of the packed in stages, there's these frustrating near insta-death moments. They are cheap, I could do without them. It basically devolves into, trial and error for the first few attempts. I still think it's worth it though, and my full review it is in the pinned comment down below. Severed Steel then also matches the low price of this one, 35% off. It's a first-person shooter, more think parkour and quick action though than a traditional setup. I reviewed it on the channel and I thought the gameplay was fantastic. That said though, the occasional frame rate wobble and the visual downgrade definitely let it down for me. That said though, I know many were a whole lot more impressed, hence the shout out today. Again as well, you can't fault the gameplay loop, jump into short burst worlds, clear the enemies, exit, it's high intensity stuff. It will for sure have you on the edge of your seat. Check out my full review in the pinned comment, see if it's gonna be one for you. Alba, a wildlife adventure then for a change of pace, and this, it's about as chill as they come. I'd best describe it as an exploration adventure with a dash of photography. I've always enjoyed games though that play into that theme of kind of explore and collect mementos, a sorts of what you see. The story though, we visit our grandparents, and while we are prepared for peace, we see an animal in danger, now we must help out. What that leads to though is a situation where you may even save the island itself, and the description on the eShop is perfect, a chill collectathon. I just enjoyed exploring this town though, and the main complaint for many will be it is a short game, clocking in around 3 hours. Still, I think it's worth it, it's matching the low price, that is 40% off. Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater then to get the rest of the matches out the way this week. It's 25% off, and this one, a relatively recent release and a horror game where your line of defense is a camera. You'll basically be snapping pictures of ghosts intent on causing harm to you. The world is stunning though, and it's absolutely deserved this attention and this remaster. The gameplay, you'll be exploring a mountain as multiple characters solving all sorts of mysteries, but I just thought the narrative was well done, and while the loop it is, repetitive, you get to upgrade the camera along the way, but also you learn more about what occurred at this location. You can check out my full review in the pinned comment below. I will say at this point, not a perfect game, but it's definitely worthy of its cult status. A shout out then to Red Deer Games for sponsoring today's video with their latest release, AAA Clock 2. Now I'll be honest here, they reached out to me with the original release. I actually said no, I couldn't see how it would resonate honestly, and well, I was wrong because it shot up the sales charts. What I didn't account for also though was the fact it packed in a game itself, and it seems from opinions, the packed in one here with the sequel, it's a lot of fun and a step up over the original, which this is basically a continuation of. It's a platformer known as Jelly on Fulker, a really nice cartoon style to it all, and of course, this won't surprise you, but this one, it's also a clock and this alarm. I'm not sure what else I can add really, it shows you just how much though you can get out of a portable console like this, and not gonna lie, I'm going away soon, it might be a convenient addition alongside my phone, which never seems to wake me up. If this one's for you though, check it out in the pinned comment below, and it's rocking a massive discount, 80% off, and that's gonna be rolling all month. Infernax then is an action platform, a fantastic game, somewhat similar to Simon's Quest for those that played. It's following the story of a knight who returns home to find it's plagued with holy magic, and it's also worth noting here an incredibly challenging game throughout, but quality old school stuff, and that's kind of highlighted with its 8-bit vibe. Also though, as you do get to this town, expect to be storming a castle and expect a huge amount of enemies standing in your way. The idea though, you need to save this town from the corruption, and every decision you make actually plays a part in the outcome thanks to what is multiple endings. Along the way then you'll get new items, skills and even level up. Again, I was really impressed. It even packs additional missions and I liked it enough myself to actually grab a physical release as well. It's 25% off then, that is a new low price. Curse to Golf then, it's one of the most unique roguelites on the system. Sadly at launch it had a crash issue with the very first boss, you could not proceed, but thankfully they sorted it out and now it's going to be well worth a look. I did a preview myself here on the channel as well, so find that in the pinned comment below. The idea though, you are a championship golfer and you die on the course. Now you want to return to life, but to do that you must win a round of golf in what is Limbo and what is one of the most challenging courses out there. You'll also along the way of course be progressing that skill level. You'll unlock though all sorts of special abilities, think multi-golf ball shots and even exploding ones, and the course is really unique, lots of shortcuts, lots of secrets to uncover. Definitely a lot more intriguing than it may sound though, and a new low price, that is 20% off. Our first winner of the week then, it's going to Chino, who picked up Alien Isolation, and it seems definitely having that desired horror effect. Incredible game, incredible port work as well, and for sure worth the time. Congrats though Chino, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, we have a second winner coming up here shortly in the video. Wolfstride then, and I'd say with this one it's almost my pickup of the week. I've been playing it a while now, but I'm yet to wrap it up, so I don't want to say a full recommendation, but rather maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. Seems a lot of game for your cash as well, although looking online the average completion time it's right around 15 hours. The gameplay, it's penning itself as an RPG on the eShop, and I would definitely agree in elements, but also think part that, part visual novel. It's a story though of 3 former partners in crime trying to turn their lives around by partaking in what is an elite mech-based competition. Good fun though, great rating, and I've enjoyed the mech elements of switching out and repairing it as well. Just know though with this one it is turn-based combat that might not be for you, but it's a new low price, 25% off. Unpacking then is a game I did not expect to enjoy, but here we are. It gets a recommendation from me with 30% off. I've just moved enough in life to know packing and unpacking by far the worst bit, but here it's just incredibly relaxing as you follow this character going from location to location, but also of course aging along the way, and that's what I think makes it so unique. It's a combination of organization but also learning around, this lead character's life. Basically though, you're unpacking, you're packing, you begin to see new items appearing, childhood disappearing, and items that are no longer wanted. It's just easy to relate to what is occurring in their life and the way their possessions and our possessions and personalities change. Something special, and while it's not the longest game, I've actually played it a couple of times now, and I really do think it is well worth it. Eastward then is our penultimate game, and I feel like this is going to get some people spending this week on the eShop as much as they may want to hold on to that cash for Black Friday, and sure we might see it lower during the season, but its end date, it's running right up to it, so that is the risk we are taking. I also think still it's an incredibly fair price for what you are getting with 40% off, and that is a new low. A pixel art styled action RPG adventure, I really enjoyed it, gave me almost old school Zelda vibes at times, and the world it is stunning. Along the way then expect not only the exploration but dungeons alongside puzzles. You can control both characters as well, and the cast particularly entertaining. Very few complaints on this one honestly. I'd like to say the soundtrack is stunning as well. I ordered the final release of it, and yeah, I intend to actually review this one on the channel come December when things start to slow down. Our second winner then, Lockpick, who highlighted Dying Light and Ender Lilies, both for sure quality, and I appreciate the helping hand to those looking to potentially pick them up with the opinion on them. Congrats so Luck, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. Monster Train, first class then to close us out. It's a new low price, 50% off. I adore this game. In fact, I do kind of go back and forth on this one, but I think I prefer it over Slay the Spire, which is for sure high praise. Again though, as I said, I do go back and forth. Ask me next week, probably reverse that opinion, but either way, they are just both incredibly good games, and this, it is a must-buy that was released to little fanfare. I actually knew about it from praise on the PC, though I was psyched for it to finally release. I jumped in, it did not disappoint. I even actually released a late review because there was just a lack of support given from reviewers out there. A deck-based roguelite though, with a dash of strategy, you are fighting against the forces of heaven to keep fires alive in hell and basically save yourself. Along the way though, you're on that title train, you're fighting across the multiple levels, and yeah, you'll be choosing direction and path along the way. A really unique set of cards though as well, a great depth to them, and yeah, just addictive and a must-play experience for anyone basically that is remotely into the genre. And that is the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? Let me know in the comments down below. With that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.